Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am CJ the Jewel, and today I am back with another story time. Yeah. Okay, so today I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time I went on a high-speed chase. Yes, I went on a high-speed chase. Your girl, CJ the Jewel, went on a high-speed chase. But was I being chased by the cops? No. Who was I being chased by? I was being chased by my crazy, foolish ex-boyfriend. And today, I'm going to be sharing that story with you guys, okay? So, first of all, let me explain something to you. My ex-boyfriend was very, very affectionate. He was the type of person who would hold your hand. He didn't mind PDA. He got me flowers sent to my job and my house all the time. Edible arrangements sent to my house and my job all the time. I'm constantly at the massage parlor. I mean, this dude did everything physically possible to try to show me that he cared by like expressing his love openly. Everybody knew about it. I was his number one. This man got into it with his mama for me. Okay, so you can't tell me that ain't love or something like it, because y'all know these men, these boys, especially these black boys, they don't play around about their mamas, and a lot of them don't really know how. I guess that's the difference between a boy and a man. Okay, but he took up for me even with his mama until it didn't benefit him anymore. Okay, so anyway, this dude would do anything in the world for me, okay? And listen, don't let the man walk past the butterfly. Because if you walk past the butterfly, it is oh so mine. Because I'm not easy to please at all. And if you know me already well enough to know I love me some butterflies, okay? So it didn't take a lot for me to be pleased. He loved having me around his co-workers. He loved having me around his... I mean, who wouldn't? Come on, duh. I'm like the life of the party and I'm lit, right? And I have what you would call an addictive personality. So I can understand why it would be nice or good to have me on your arm. Duh. But let me tell y'all something, ladies. Listen. Sometimes that stuff comes with a price. You hear me? That is not always free. And sidebar, I had a male friend tell me you should have known he was crazy because regular men don't do all of that. And I don't mean regular men are not attentive and don't listen and don't show that they care and they love you. But this man went above and beyond. I'm getting flowers sent to my job 4 or 5 times a month. Okay, that is not regular. That's not normal. And you know why it's not normal? Because it was an investment, okay? That man was trying to invest in controlling me. Do you hear me? All that stuff came with a price. So all of that, all of those things that he did, right? Even down to him buying another cell phone on his plan and telling me that I should get on his plan because it'll help us save money. I'm not boo-boo the fool. I know what you're trying to do. No, I kept my own cell phone that I paid the bill on, okay? And I was fine with it. It wasn't fancy or nothing like that. I think it flipped, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if they still made those back then, but I know it was no fancy phone. And all I did with his phone was the social media, okay? So I was not up for all that control. Even one time he got mad at me for talking to my sister, who was deployed and overseas in a different time zone at 3 in the morning. He didn't care though. As long as he could control me, he was fine. So with all those things he did, ladies, it came at a price. He wanted to know where I was. He wanted to know who I was with. How long would I be gone? I mean, I couldn't do anything. You didn't even want me talking to my sister? That is isolation and control and narcissism, okay? But your girl didn't realize all that back then, okay? Your girl didn't know her worth. She didn't know her value, okay? Okay? She didn't know that she was priceless, you understand? So she settled because the gold looked good, you understand? But everything that looked good for you ain't good for you, you understand? Or everything that looks good to you ain't good for you. There we go. You understand, okay? So let me tell you how we got into this high-speed chase. All of this PDA and expression of love and all of that, right? All of that came with a price. All of that came with control, right? I own you. You are mine. So with that, we started developing other problems because I ain't nobody's, okay? I'm nobody's, and I have too much mouth and too much of an opinion, and you are not about to just control me and tell me what I can and can't do, especially not talk to my sister. You have lost all of your mind. Absolutely not. No. So I got sick and tired of it. When the verbal abuse started coming around, calling me the B word, ain't no B's over here. Do you understand me? Demeaning me, belittling me. And if you've watched my previous videos and got to know me, okay, I don't get down like that, okay? I don't even let females call me the B word. You understand me? And nothing against y'all that do. I know that y'all taking ownership of it and have used it as a term of endearment, but I don't get down like that, okay? I get it, but I'm not with it. You feel me? So it got worse and worse and worse. This man started saying, y'all know I've had brain surgery in the past twice. I have a chronic nerve illness. My spinal column is broken right now. I got scoliosis. I got a cyst sitting inside my spine. It's hard for me to walk most days. And 24/7, I am in pain. This man would throw all of that in my face. Nobody's going to love you. Nobody's going to want to be with you. Nobody's going to take care of you. Ain't nobody going to want nobody that's paralyzed and all this and that. But you know what I realized? And you know it's getting real now. I'm taking off my glasses. Now I only got 2 eyes, not 4, so I can't really see that good. But let me tell you, what I realized was he was not trying to worry me into believing that nobody would want me. He was trying to convince himself, okay? Because deep down, from the inside out, he already knew, oh, somebody's going to want me. You understand? I got too much to offer. Oh, yes, I got too much to offer for nobody to not want me. You understand? So he tried to scare me with those little tactics. And for a while, because I didn't know my self-worth, I believed him. I actually sat back and thought, if I'm paralyzed and I'm unable to walk in the next few years, is anybody going to want me? Am I going to be of any value to anybody? Is anybody going to see me as having any worth? You know what I mean? But let me tell you what I realized. People ain't your problem, and people ain't the ones I need to be worried about. So with all that verbal abuse, okay, it started just pushing me further and further away, right? I got sick and tired of it. So even though we didn't live together, I had a bunch of stuff over his house. He had a bunch of stuff over mine. I had a key to his place. He had a key to my place. I would go over there. He would come over here. We would go together. I would go together. So what I did was, on my lunch break, every day, this is how we would do. He didn't have to go to work every day until 1 o'clock. I went to work at 8:30 in the morning, and I would take my break every day at 12:30. When I would take my break at 12:30, no, I took my break at 12. When I would take my break at 12, I would drive to his place, wake him up, fix him something to eat, which is his breakfast or brunch, fix my lunch, eat my lunch, he would eat his brunch. We would leave the house together at the same time. I'd be back at work by 1. He'd be at work by 1. And we would go on about our day. Well, this particular day, what I did was I went to his house. I used my key. I went inside. And I tried to be very quiet because I knew he was asleep. Because I knew he was not the type, even though he never really physically tried to sit me down. I already knew. I'm not stupid. You know. I already knew he was not going to just let me go that easy. So I'm tiptoeing in the house trying to get my stuff. I'm getting my son's little things, little toys and everything. I managed to get all of our things and put them in the back of my Jeep. And I managed to sit the key down on the nightstand on the end table in the living room. I snuck out. I closed the door all while he was asleep before he actually woke up. Now, I knew he would get up eventually because he had to be at work. So I tried to hurry up and get out of there as fast as I could because deep down, I was a little afraid of him. I'm not about to lie. So I got in my truck. Y'all, I get in the truck. I crank it up. And where he lived at, it was his apartments, right? But there was a gigantic blacktop, a huge parking lot for everybody to park in. So, and even though it was huge, the parking lot, when you come out, you don't come out onto the main road. There's still like a half circle, and then the half circle goes out onto the main road. So I get in my truck, and I drive to the edge of the blacktop to come out onto the half circle. When I get to the blacktop to come out onto the half circle and look in the mirror, do y'all know what I saw behind me? He was behind me with no shirt on, no shoes, no socks. Okay? That's how you know he was crazy. Got in his car, his Mustang, red Mustang, and crank it up. Now, I don't know why I was running, but I don't know why he was chasing me. And we ended up back together. I know, like a fool. And when he asked me why was I running, I told him because he was chasing me. And when I asked him why was he chasing me, he said because I was running. Something is wrong. Something is really wrong here. I'm flying down the road, y'all. When I tell y'all I am flying down the road, I got my license a little bit late because I had brain surgery and all that kind of stuff, right? So I'm not a professional driver or anything like that. Plus, we talking about a Jeep Liberty 2005 versus a 2000 and what? 10, 11, 12 Ford Mustang. Okay, with a Hemi in it. I don't know if it really has a Hemi in it, but we don't know. But that was a fast vehicle. We're flying down these roads, but I put that thing to the test. I put the pedal to the metal, and I got out of there. Do you understand me? We are going in cul-de-sacs, flying, spinning around, slamming on brakes, doing all this crazy stuff in all of these residential neighborhoods where the daggone speed limit probably ain't no more than 35 miles per hour, and we in there going 60 and 65, turning in people's driveways, backing out, turning around. So we finally get out of the residential area and come back out onto the main road, okay? Because in this little town I was in, there was like one main road. That's it. Mind y'all, this is lunch hour traffic, okay? So we get onto the main road, run into a stoplight. We get to the stoplight. It's one car, two cars, my Jeep, another car, his red Mustang. It was summertime, okay? Like 92 degrees outside, okay? You understand what I'm saying? This fool got out of his Mustang, ran beside the other two cars that were behind me, ran up to my window and started, open up the window, open up the door. Bruh, I'm sitting looking at this fool like, you ain't got no socks on. And I know the bottom of your feet are blazing. The light is red. It's rush hour traffic. It's cars behind me. You left your door open. People are watching you. What is the end game here? I was so confused. I didn't know what his plan was because although I thought you were crazy and I was a little worried, what are you going to do to me in the middle of the main road, in the middle of traffic? You got no shoes on. If the police come, they're not going to be looking at me in my car with my work clothes on my lunch break. They're going to be looking at you with no shirt on and no socks on in 92-degree weather outside on the main road with your feet like you a Flintstone or something. What is that about? That's crazy. Anyway, the light turns green, y'all. It ain't over. The light turns green. He skedaddles with his hot feet and runs back and gets in his Mustang. We take off. Now, I don't know what else to do because I feel like he's not going to stop chasing me. Mind you, he still got to go to work. He still got to go to work. This man has not eaten a meal, taken a shower, brushed a tooth, none of that. And still got to go to work. And it's almost 1 o'clock now. So I used to work near Walmart. I'm thinking to myself, okay, Walmart is the place to be in a time like this because if something happens to me, somebody's gonna see and maybe they'll help me out a little bit. So I'm like, this is genius. Let me do this. This is great. So I pull into Walmart, right? And I'm driving around. He's still chasing me. I don't know why he's still chasing me with no shoes on, with these hot feet, running around town looking crazy. And now we at Walmart in the parking lot. What are you gonna do? What in the world are you going to do? So I'm not thinking straight, right? I got a brain condition too. So sometimes you got to forgive me. I'm not thinking straight. I pull into a parking space, not realizing that there was another car in front of where I parked that had me parked blocked in and that he would possibly come up and block me in from behind my truck. That's exactly what this fool did, y'all. He pulled up behind me, parked behind my truck. Now I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. He gets out again with these hot feet and runs up to my window and does the same thing. Start banging on the window. Open this window. So then that turns into, listen, I'm so sorry. I don't know why you're running from me. Why are you scared? What happened? You know I love you so much. You stupid B, open this window. Listen, we can work this out. Let me tell you something, ladies. And men too. If y'all are dealing with somebody that's as narcissistic and emotionally unstable as that, let it go. Please let it go. It is unhealthy for you because that is unhealthy behavior. And if you stick around, it's going to rub off on you. It's going to rub off on you, and you don't want that kind of behavior. After about 2 minutes of him loving and hating me all at the same time in the Walmart parking lot in 92-degree weather in rush hour traffic with no shoes on and hot Flintstone feet. He decides to retreat, okay, and wave a white flag and tell me he's sorry and we'll talk about this later. Who? Who gonna talk about this later? Obviously me, because I gave him another chance, but that's for another story, okay? We're gonna talk about this later. So he hops back in his car with his hot feet, and I guess he goes back home, okay? While I'm in the car and he's banging on the door, I did make a phone call just so that someone could be on the line in case something really did happen to me for real, because people are crazy. Broad daylight does not matter to some folks. You understand me? And I have learned, if they don't respect themselves, they cannot respect you. If you don't respect yourself, they will not respect you. Do you understand me? Take that, write it down, live by it. If they don't respect themselves, they cannot respect you. If you don't respect yourself, they will not respect you. You understand? Please, please take something away from this story. Okay, guys? I left Walmart. I go back to work. Needless to say, I was stressed out the entire day at work. I was scared he was going to come to my job, do something crazy. I knew this man was on schedule to be at his own job at 1 o'clock. But I also knew that he was the boss at his job. He could not come in to work if he didn't want to. And so I got back to work. I was very terrified. I did let my boss know exactly what was going on. So in case something popped off, y'all can look out, right? Y'all gonna look out, right? If he come, y'all gonna look out. You gonna help me? Is somebody gonna help me? I'm not really sure if they wanted to get involved, okay? But I let them know what was going on just in case, so I wouldn't be all alone. All right? So after that, I didn't talk to him for probably about 4 months. 4 months, okay? So I did okay. For the place where I was mentally at the time, in my journey, in my self-love, self-worth, God's love, agape love, whatever you want to call it, transformation journey, I was much weaker than I am now. So it was a learning experience. It really was a learning experience. And that was the time that I was on a high-speed chase with my crazy ex-boyfriend. I will conclude this here, okay? Now, I would love for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to my video. Share the video if you like. And like always, I love y'all from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. And I'm out.